we lost everything. We had to pay the price. We had to pay the price. I saw in you what life was missing. Your little flame that consumed my hate. I'm not one for reminiscing, but I traded all for your sweet embrace. 'Cause we lost everything. We had to pay the price. There's a canvas with two faces of fallen angels who loved and lost. It was a passion for the ages, but in the end, guess we paid the cost. A thing of beauty, I know, will never fade away. What you did to me, I know. Said what you had to say, but a thing of beauty will never fade away. Will never fade away. I see your eyes, I know you see me. You're like a ghost, you're everywhere. I'm your demon, never leaving. A metal soul of rage and fear. That one thing that changed it all. That one thing that caused the fall. A thing of beauty, I Good morning, night city, a day in the life. I was on my own, catching a ride with the lady. Her hair hangs down past her thighs, blue and pistol shit. Satisfies, leather jacket, zipped up tight. And big ones coming, look for lost and found. Iron gleams, bright and night city, where your appetite weighs you out to sunrise. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in night city. Here in night city, got me up alright. Here in night city. The way you chase and tease me, get me up so high. We're on the rooftop and you don't compromise. Too many hollow, empty bodies lying around my street don't testify. You got to whisper now on your arm, and so we keep on moving. Gotta take it slow, no. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in our city.
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Excited to get into this one.
All right. Well, this is the first time we've really been able to dive into the backstory of all Raiden
Yeah.
Zero. So I'm really looking forward to this. We get to explain a little bit about what is happening in the mainstream since episode 3, Paul was taken prisoner by the crazy lady who keeps calling him the Burn Man.
Yeah. He's not entirely sure what the hell she's on about, but
Right, right. Psycho woman.
Yeah, and it's Night City. You got a bunch of crazies walking around.
Exactly. You never know. She might be a little bit on the cyber psychosis side, maybe. So
All right.
I want to do something a little bit different tonight. I want to, start this off by talking a little bit before we roll into the stream. Let's talk a little bit about what we have coming up.
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
well, this week even. We have what do we have going on Wednesday?
We had a special guest coming on Wednesday. Let me pull up his information.
James.
This is let's see. There.
James Pearson, right?
Yes, James Pearson. If you can drop the link to his Kickstarter.
James the Geek. Yeah, we'll actually not a bad idea. We'll go ahead and post that.
James the Geek. He is a creator, a game designer. He actually has a Kickstarter out there. He's about to drop the link in chat for Tales from the Terror 2. A lot of alliteration in his Kickstarter, I've noticed, which I appreciate. Basically, from my research, Tales from the Terror Tomb is kind of meant to be a quick one shot for AGM and two
There we
or
go.
more players. Um, Super rules light and pretty easy to pick up and just play. Get a night of fun with some friends, weekend or what have you. Uh, but we will be having James on for a talk this tomorrow. Oh no, tomorrow's Tuesday, Wednesday. Get my
Yes.
days mixed up. To talk about his Kickstarter, himself, his career, how he got started, uh, what he's worked on, any future projects aside from Tales from the Tomb. Um, Super excited to have him on. Greg was actually uh, the one to meet him at GaryCon. You want to talk a little bit about that, Greg?
Well, yeah, I actually just sitting in the GM's lounge at GaryCon. I got talking with these folks, and a couple of people sitting at the table, and James was one of them, and struck up this conversation and just said, "Hey, took a look at the product that he's working on right now, which I do believe he demoed at GaryCon."
Oh,
Um,
nice,
so
nice.
yeah, some interesting stuff. And one thing led to another, and here we are Wednesday night. We're going to be having a sit down with him, and our interview. We don't really do interviews. It's more of a like round table, just to chat, and talk about
Yeah,
the person themselves, how they got into this. What's that journey been like? So
yes. For
rather,
for those who don't know the journey of your atypical game designer or developer, until fairly recently, it was very much by accident. Well, I mean, we can point to a number of notables. One that comes to mind immediately is Mike Pondsmith, who, in one of his talks, I think it was at UCLA, he did a talk for I think some of the students there, and yeah, it was kind of by accident that according to him, that he kind of fell into game development and design, and then loved it. And I think he even said to this day his parents still ask him when he's going to get a real job.
from a
Uh,
TTRPG standpoint, for sure. But yeah, Mike's been in game
yes, he's
development.
been
That's kind of his forte.
yeah,
Um,
he's been doing that for like 40 some odd years, I think, or
and
thereabouts anyway.
and coming up on some very near future streams, we are going to have Thomas Herenstem back on again. We're
Yes.
going to be talking about him and Free League, and predominantly we're going to be discussing one of the many latest creations that they've got out there, but Fiery Angels from Blade Runner. So I'm
I
I'm
can't wait to play that one.
I,
Um,
I'm excited for that. Yes,
well, we got to
yes,
start with chapter one. We can't
maybe,
start with chapter two. We got to start with chapter
maybe,
one.
maybe. We'll
Then
see.
go to chapter two.
So
I'm just saying, you can play replicants in that game.
you're wanting to make this into a long campaign. I'm hearing. That's what I'm
Maybe I
hearing.
don't know. I don't know. Maybe just do an episodic thing every once in a while.
Fantastic. We are also talking to possibly have Luke Stratton back on, and
Ah, yes.
some of the other creators from
Yep.
Free
Free League
League Press
Press.
as well. And we're building a lineup of folks to get on the show and talk to, and give our audience a chance to get to know these people, ask some questions, whatever,
Get to
whatever.
see what they're working on. I know Luke is working on a new, um, the Dark Caribbean, I believe it's called.
Mhm.
Let me double check that. I want to speak out of turn. Stand by. Is that information? Yes, the Dark Caribbean, which is an addition to Pirate Borg, which came out, I want to say last year or the year before. I think it was last year.
Yep.
Was one of it was one, if not his first Kickstarter, which was in conjunction with Free League Press. Did absolutely phenomenal. Super well received. I mean, he's currently for the year of 2023, he's in the top 10 of all like hobby RPGs in terms of, I believe, sales and notoriety. So, and as individuals who've played Pirate Borg, really fun system, really easy to pick up and play, run. Um, I mean, come on, you could play a fucking chicken, a possessed chicken, for Christ's sake,
Lots of
or as they
exciting
call it in Pirate Borg, a foul foul.
foul. I was going to play one when we did our one shot. Well,
Yeah,
shot
but
section.
you changed your mind.
Yeah, maybe next time. I'll be a foul. And I said we'll be it next time. So, all right, and then Thursday night we are going to be doing episode 4, season 2, episode 4 of the BOR, so we can find out what actually is what's happening in real time to Paul versus what we are doing tonight. So tonight we get to find out how the old grumpy man, what's the story leading up to him being part of the BOR. How did he land here?
Yeah. And we might actually answer one of the most important questions. What's with his crippling noodle addiction?
You don't leave any secrets out there, man.
I'm not saying we're going to answer it. I'm saying we might.
Maybe. All right. So with all of that, we get a little background. Go. That's coming through. Too much. All right, finished playing with that. So let's get this rolling.
Yeah. Set the stage.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening as we get started with our Raiden's backstory. So, Raiden, you being the NCPD detective here in Night City, worked your whole, you've worked hard your whole life to get to where you are.
Yeah, I mean, he was Paul's rise to join the NCPD and then become a homicide detective wasn't unusual for individuals in Night City at this point in time. Again, the current year, at least for the events that are about to unfold tonight, about 2023. So last year. But his rise to join NCPD was kind of he didn't necessarily have an option. Like most kids who grow up in Night City around this particular time period, you either join one of the corps, you join one of the gangs, or kind of end up in prison or in a body. He went the gang route initially, joining up with the 6th Street gangs. That didn't necessarily last long, as you guys have realized over the last season and some change. Paul doesn't necessarily play by rules, and he doesn't take any shit from anyone, and he may or may not have a violent streak. So that part of his life didn't necessarily last long before he pissed some individuals off and ran afoul of the law and ended up in front of a judge that gave him an option, either prison or service. And considering Night City is not part of the NUSA, it's a free state, the only service he could do was join NCPD. Ironically enough, his growing up the way he did and kind of learning to be hyper vigilant, really, kept his ass alive, coming up the ranks from a beat cop to detective. But yeah, that's Paul in a nutshell. Simple guy, simple likes.
Nice. So, normal night, man. Just another night. You have your new partner, Francisco.
Yeah,
Young kid.
it's like the third one this month.
Well, I mean, this one's kind of grown on you a little bit. You know, he's a good kid. He's trying hard. Was a ganger. Kind of has a similar backstory to yours. Decided he wanted to do something with his life, and apparently that meant join the NCPD and build a career. Better than private security, and this is his in his mind. It's better than private security. Better than being an edge runner or anything like that.
I mean, NCPD's propaganda and promotional commercials, man, they do something to people.
They do.
They're good.
So,
Nope.
This night, not much unlike any other night. I mean, the city is abuzz right now. Lots of things going on. You have that feeling like something's about to happen, but right now it's quiet. Kind of the quiet before the storm.
Yeah, and considering the buzz that's been going on the last couple of days, Paul is a little on edge. Seems like the whole city is, actually.
And the entire force, including you, detectives, has been ordered to be out on the street. Not necessarily running a beat or anything like that, but they want everybody vigilant. They want everybody out there doing something. You don't really, I mean, you have some cases to follow up on, but you're just kind of, getting the rookie out and showing him places, riding along in the car.
Yeah. And I mean, he's a newly minted detective himself, so again, the kid's grown on Paul. He's his enthusiasm, while it shows his the naive side, the kind of hopeful side of the kid. It kind of reminds Paul of some of the other folks that he's worked with who really wanted to make a difference and believed in that whole shtick. Paul's been around long enough to know that you save as many as you can and kind of you pray for the rest of them.
He's as you guys are riding along, he's kind of taking his fingers and tapping them on the dashboard.
Hey, kid, could you cut that out? I'm already on edge enough as it is.
Are you a little sensitive tonight?
Look, I'm a little grumpy. All right, I was just about to grab some food.
You're always grumpy. Food.
Well, I'm hungry.
All right, I can go for some food. So tonight we have to go to Mr. Lau's. My treat. Come on. You're not going to make me eat one of them big ass greasy burger soybean sense shit.
It's better than fucking noodles and what they call it? Synth pork? Yeah, synth pork my ass.
It is the best. It is the best thing to eat in the entire city.
Nah.
There's nothing better.
Double bacon cheeseburger any day.
No. Oh, come on, man. Hey, Mr. Lau's, he's the man. He'll hook us up. He'll get us the best food. You get some pork lo mein. All right. Rock, paper, scissors. Ready? Come on. Let's do this.
What are you,
I got
5?
you. I got you.
Fine.
Either that, or we just
he
go get
plays-
Mr. Laos. I mean, maybe we just go get Mr. Laos in.
You know what? You're paying, right?
I am paid. Yes.
All right, then we're going to Mr. Laos. Hopefully he has something burger-like on his damn menu. It's like fucking noodles. Always with the noodles. That's why you don't. That's why you're a fucking string bean. You ain't putting no weight on.
Wait, I'm 100% USDA choice. Come on, what are you talking about?
Okay, Mr. 100% organic synth pork. Yes. So he Paul.
You don't have
Paul
no
pulls a
taste though,
U-turn.
man. No taste buds. They've been like burned away by all the greasy, sleazy sleaze burgers.
You know what? If the only thing I taste is double bacon cheeseburger, then I'm living.
How do you even taste anything through that? It's like a big mitt full of grease with some bread on it. I mean, yuck. All right.
Now you're just being disrespectful.
Come on, we'll go have some Mr. Laos. You get some real food in you.
Uh-huh.
So you
All right, so he pulls a U-turn and jumps on the freeway heading over to Watson.
See, I told you this is gonna be great. This is gonna be, you know, I when I learned about Mr. Laos, it was my sister, my little baby sister. She taught me all about this and how to eat these, you know, awesome pork lo mein noodles. Of course, I like a shot of whiskey with mine, but she's just 3 years old. She can't have that.
See that right there. That's where you and I can agree. At least you got some decent taste in alcohol.
All right, so you go and you get your Mr. Laos, big container of noodles with the chopsticks and the whole deal. Kind of, I don't know what tastes like to you, but he is just like mowing his down.
Paul, he's never really, chopsticks and him never really agreed. He can never. He's not dexterous enough for them. So like he's sitting there fumbling away, like only grabbing like a noodle here and there and some beef. And he's struggle busting. Eventually he reaches over and pops the glove compartment open and pulls out a plastic fork. And he looks at the chopsticks, kind of tosses them out the fucking windows. Like, I don't fucking know how you eat with that shit, but give me a damn fork.
You'll learn.
And he starts kind of shoveling the food into his face. And while he'll never admit it to the kid, it's halfway decent. It's nothing like a good old burger, but it's halfway decent. He might come back one of these days to maybe get some. When he's not with the kid, he can't let him. He can't let him.
So he finishes his off, and you're just really getting started at this point.
Yeah.
And
so he's sitting there, kind of just chowing down, watching folks come and go. He's like, so how is that? How's his family? He said his sister turned 3 a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, she's good. She's beautiful. I love my baby sister, I tell you. Can't wait till I have some of my own.
Yeah, you're about that age, kid. You're about that age.
How about you,
What?
old man? You have any kids?
No kids for me. I tried the whole marriage thing once. It didn't necessarily work out.
You were married? Really? Somebody married your old crockety ass?
I mean, who can say no to his face? Yeah, it lasted all about 6 months.
Oh no!
According
really,
to her,
really? I'm sorry to hear
According
that.
to her, I work too much.
Yeah, well, somebody got to do it, right? Mm.
Yeah, somebody's got to do it, or it ain't gonna get done. But we're all better off, I think. She's better off with some corpo douchebag, and I'm better off with my what is this called again? Kind of like pokes the food.
Lo mein, pork lo mein. Here, say it with me. Pork lo mein.
Yeah, well, I got beef. You got the quote unquote pork. Still convinced it's fucking rat.
All right. Beef.
Pork does not look like that. Why is the meat white?
You ask too many questions.
You don't ask enough questions.
Just don't ever eat the sushi. They tried to sell you that. Don't eat that.
Yeah.
So good. You know how it is. Everything's synthetic now. But this tastes good. This is good stuff. Better than that greasy ass. I wonder how they get the synthetic burger to be so greasy. I mean, you got to think about that for a minute. What is that? What are you actually eating?
I'd rather not think about it and just think about how good it tastes.
That's the problem right there. I would offer you some soy sauce, but it looks like you're, mowing that down over there. So,
look, at least I can identify a greasy cheeseburger. I don't even know what the hell half of these things are.
Noodles, vegetables, and some
vegetables.
Beef. Yeah, try the pork. Yeah, beef. So as you guys are jawing there in the car, your radio, the radio in the car starts going. All units report to Konpeki Plaza. Riot in progress.
So he picks up the radio. He's like, yeah, hey, Central, you want to be a little bit more specific? Hell's going on down there?
Yeah, just get your ass downtown. All hell just broke loose. Not exactly sure what is going on. There's people everywhere. Something about a bomb in Arasaka Tower. I don't know. They need you down there right now.
All right. Well, yeah. Show us responded. So he covers his food and kind of looks around and leans out, and he kind of tosses it into a nearby trash can. Hits the lights and just guns it out of the parking lot.
All right.
And, I mean, my man's doing like 90.
Yeah. Should we do some driving rolls? Anyway.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's go. Paul does not drive slow.
I actually want you to make it.
Okay. All right, let's see it. I got a pretty decent driving skill.
Go for it. Give it a roll. Let's see if you run over some pedestrians on your way.
All right, I got 14.
That's all right. I mean, you're not quite a drifter going through the city, but you try.
He jumps a couple of curbs.
Jump a couple curbs, maybe rear end somebody, Now we know why Paul never drives.
Yeah.
No, you make it. You make it down. You're like a couple of blocks away. And literally when the dispatcher said all hell broke loose, I mean, there's garbage cans, couple cars that are on fire, people everywhere. You can see, you can see like the rise of gas, like tear gas, some different crowd suppression measures going on. You come up to a police blockade. It seems like NCPD kind of has this particular area that you come into somewhat under control, and of course they're got officers out there waving you down. There's a couple of mechs out there as well, so
serious. So Paul pulls up to the barricade. Clearly they can spot that it's one of theirs, even though he's as a detective he doesn't drive typical black and white, but
right.
His face is known. for good and for ill around the department. It's pissed off a couple people over the years.
So this officer still stops you, kind of motioning for you to roll the window down.
He does.
So they even called you detectives down here, huh, Lucero?
Yep. And honestly, from the looks of it, I think they're gonna need everybody. What the hell's going on?
I don't know. That's something. Apparently, there's some rocker band boy. I've heard all kinds of stories. I've heard samurais down here somewhere. I've heard that, Militech is attacking Arasaka. I've heard there's a bomb in the town. It's just crazy.
All right. I mean, yeah,
They're-
it kind of checks out with some of the chatter we've been hearing, mostly about the potential bomb. I don't fucking know. All right. Well, I mean,
Well,
I'm assuming. Yeah.
well, they're trying to evacuate the tower right now. So, you could be very helpful there. I can't. We got to stay out here on the perimeter.
Yeah, I'll head in and me and the kid will start trying to clear out the lower levels of Arasaka Tower. I'm assuming Saka got their own people working on whatever the fuck's going on up top, but yeah, we'll
be
help,
careful, those trigger happy bastards. You know how they are.
Yeah, fuck them. It's always you don't have jurisdiction here. Fuck you and your jurisdiction. And he's kind of cursing about as he drives away.
Well, this guy is kind of pointing, showing you where to go. He's pointing for you to go down to the loading docks down in the back of the building. Apparently that's where they're trying to evacuate people out of. That area looks like it's pretty well under control between Arasaka forces and NCPD.
All right, so he heads it down in that direction and pulls into like one of the empty spots there, and he pops the trunk and hops out. He does look around just to kind of get a lay of the land. What does he see?
There's you're one of the few vehicles down here because this area is usually off limits for vehicles. There's a couple of patrol cars that are down here. You do see some Arasaka vehicles down here, actually 2 large buses that they're trying to load people on. Mainly Arasaka personnel, but there's really not a lot of them. There's maybe 5 or 6 security. The typical heavy armor Arasaka people.
Gotcha.
And it looks like it's mainly NCPD. There's not very many NCPD officers either, but it looks like they're trying to keep people orderly and guide them out of the building. You do note you recognize one of them as Sergeant Johnson, person that you know from back in your beat cop days.
All right, so Paul he looks over at Francisco. He's all right. We'll get your kid on. Let's gear up. Hopefully we won't have to shoot anybody, but if we do, we want to be prepared, and especially if Militech is here. This is going to be a bad day.
What do you mean? Hopefully we don't have to shoot anybody. I want to shoot somebody.
No, kid, you really don't. Just get your shit on. So he goes around to the back of the trunk, grabs his kid out of the trunk. Puts on his his plate carrier and make sure all the shit's at where it needs to be, and he reaches in and grabs his shotgun, make sure holsters his pistol. He starts walking off after he has his gear on. He's like, keep getting ready, and he walks over to Johnson, and he's like, all right, well, how bad is it?
Now, getting over to Johnson's a little bit of a struggle as everybody's pushing their way out of the building. He looks like he's pretty stressed out. And he just kind of looks at you and he's like, "Fuck, I don't know. This place is nuts. Nobody knows what's going on. Something about a bomb in the building. I think it's nothing. It's probably just."
So he looks from Johnson to he's looking for one of the Arasaka guys. It's like, hey, you come here.
Yeah, they don't pay any attention to you.
Saka. All right, so is it confirmed that there's a bomb in the building, or is this just some fucking hoax or some shit?
I don't know. Nothing's confirmed except for we got to get these people out of here. That's it. These Saka guys, you know how they don't say nothing. They just fucking march around here like they own the place. And they do kind of own the place.
Unfortunately, they do. Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, they do own the fucking place, and apparently we have no jurisdiction. But when they need our fucking help, you know, we gotta show the fuck up, right? he's saying this loud enough that they can hear that.
Now they do pay the bills, man.
Yeah. Fuck them.
Say,
you know what?
How about you?
Honestly, part of me hopes there's a fucking bomb in this goddamn building.
I'm glad you said that, because I think maybe you and your partner there should be the ones to go in up the stairs up there.
Seriously? We were taking the stairs. What about the is the elevator broken?
Oh, no, but I mean, it's you know, supposed to be a hazard, fire. I don't give a shit, man. You do whatever you're going to do. We just got to clear these people out of here. You and your partner get the shit duty, because you were here last.
Fantastic. Do we got anybody else in there?
I don't know. Oh, our guys? Yeah, I've got like 6 officers down here with me. They enough to control the door and try to keep these people from trampling each other.
Okay. All right. Fuck. So he instead of calling one of the RSI guys, he walks up to one of them, and he's like, "Hey, buddy, eyes here. How many people per floor? I know this is a huge fucking facility, but give me the ballpark. I'm gonna help clear out your people, and you know what the fuck I'm working."
He starts talking to you in Japanese.
I don't speak Japanese, asshole.
He gives you the
speak
finger.
English. Oh yeah, you understood that, didn't you? Come on, we're trying to fucking help you get your people out, so a little cooperation.
You go find the people, bring them out.
What floor do you want me to start on? Do you want me to go from one all the way the fuck up to Kingdom Come, or what?
He's talking on his radio for a moment in Japanese.
Of course.
Why don't you sweep the basement? Make sure no one down there.
All right.
And then work your way up.
How do we get to the basement? How do we get to the basement? Assuming there's an off-ramp somewhere here.
Left corner of the building has stairwell. This stairwell won't take you, only goes up. Left corner will take you down, or the elevator.
All right. Well, if we're going down, might as well take the fucking stairs. And at this point, he's looking around for the kid.
Yeah, he's right there with you, kind of trying to strut around these Arasaka guys.
It's like, all right, kid, quit fucking.
We're gonna do your job for you. Yeah. Remember that. We're gonna do your job for you.
Paul kind of shakes his head and he motions for them to keep walking. And he checks his gear one last time and he heads off towards the indicated stairwell. Corporate
security, bunch of pansy asses. I bet we could take him. We could take that one right there. We could take him.
Maybe, but now's not the time. Let's just worry about getting these folks out of here. We're gonna go to the basement and clear our way up.
You really think there's a bomb in this building?
I sure to fuck hope not. But
we could be on the 9 o'clock news, man. Save the day. Rescue the people, disarm the bomb, kill the bad guys.
What do you think, this is a fucking movie? Look, kid.
One can dream, can't they?
Yeah, well, keep fucking dreaming. Look, our job here is to evacuate the civilians and get them the fuck out of here, all right? So let's just focus on that. If we come across a bomb,
if we see somebody suspicious, we shoot them, right? Right. Yeah?
No.
Yeah?
We detain them.
Maybe in the leg, maybe?
If they pull, then we shoot them.
What do we shoot them before they pull? Because they might pull, that all right? I can do that. I'm just messing with you. It's okay. It's okay. Not gonna shoot anybody.
I hope not.
Safety's on. See? He pulls his gun out.
Paul, make sure the barrel's not pointed at him. All right, so he heads towards the stairwell.
All right. So yeah, you guys push your way through. I literally push your way through. And it's these people are really trying to get out of this building.
I mean, if someone says a bomb is in a building, yeah, I'd be trying to get the fuck out too.
But the building itself isn't necessarily all Arasaka personnel. I mean, you know that the bottom probably 40 floors are offices for many different companies. There's even some high-end shopping centers, stuff like that that's in here. So you see,
typically these buildings are almost self-contained ecosystems in themselves. So
yeah. So it takes you a bit to get to that stairwell. And as you're pushing your way through this hallway, you think you hear some gunfire.
Shit. Okay, it looks like you didn't get to shoot somebody today.
See, I told you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So his weapon. I mean, he had his kind of weapon and in the low ready. It comes up. He flicks the flashlight on it to get some visibility. At this point, he doesn't even bother radioing it in because, again, it seems like the rest of the department is busy elsewhere. I mean, John said they only got 6 guys here, so he's, they're busy containing the folks that are evacuating. So he's like, all right, well, it's on us. Let's get going.
You ain't even gonna call this in? Oh, you're a bad boy. I like it.
No,
all right, let's do it. Come on.
I'm just aware of the fact that it's probably just going to be me and you. So
we can flatline him first, and then we'll call it in. I like it.
Kid, you're going to give me gray hair.
More, you mean?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, Streamlabs. There he is.
Streamlabs.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
So yeah, he takes the safety off of his weapon, and he's got flak gear on, just basically the same gear that you have.
Yep.
He tries to move his way over to the opposite side of this hallway. When you hear the gunshots, people really start to push their way out of here. And that area of the building kind of clears out pretty quickly.
Gotcha. So Paul, as he sees kind of the flood of humanity coming down the hallway towards him, he's doing his best to keep his eyes on everybody. Check their hands and see, if these are the armed individuals. See if anybody's hurt. But I'm assuming these civilians kind of pass without incident.
Yeah, they push by. As you make your way, and like the last of the stream of people, you have a clear space at the end of this hallway. You can see out the front of this building. It's like a one-way glass. On the other side, it's like a mirror. It's like a one-way glass looking out the front of this building. And you see just all kind, because of the emergency vehicles and everything else you see, and fire and people everywhere. It is like this massive light show out there. In front of you on the floor, looks like right by that door to the stairwell, there are 2 what looks like NCPD beat cops laying on the floor. And you see 3 other bodies there that look like they were probably Arasaka light security, like building security.
Shit.
And all 5 look like they've been flatlined.
So yeah, he walks up, he checks the pulse on each one of them. He also checks to see if their weapons are still on.
Both of the police officer or the bodies of the police officer had drawn their weapon. The 3 security officers, it looks like they were all taken down pretty surgically.
No, fucking. All right. So he calls. He looks at Francisco. Call this in.
Yeah. He kind of
he-
fumbles with his radio a little bit. It's like trying to, what the fuck? Somebody must be scrambling, man. I can't. There's nothing. All I get static.
And he all tries his, and he gets that same kind of static, crackle over the radio. It's like, oh, fantastic, fan-fucking-tastic. Okay. And he actually he looks over at the Arasaki units. He grabs one of theirs, and he tries one of their radios instead.
Nope.
Okay. Well, these guys are fucking done. But they definitely didn't take each other out, and so that means whoever killed all of them.
I know that guy. I think I went to school with that guy. That's Beaner, they called him.
Beaner, really?
Yeah. You don't want to know the story behind that.
You can save it for after we're out of here. So he he checks over the bodies, make sure that they're all
all 5
actually dead.
All 5 are dead. The 3 Arasaka security, surprisingly enough, all 3 are headshots.
Okay.
The 2 NCPD looks like maybe they weren't. You heard the spray of auto fire, and that's obviously what took these 2 out. Looks like they maybe were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Gotcha. Okay. So he basically again checks over the weapons, see if anything was taken. Any of the standard issue ammo, he pulls a couple of mags, hands some over to Francisco, and grabs a couple of himself. It's like, I got a feeling we're gonna need some extra firepower, so let's get moving. Keep your eyes out for anybody that is either not security, not one of ours, or not civilian. Anybody else? So he scans kind of the immediate area, and he's like, well, we were supposed to clear out the basement, but I think that ship is fucking sailed. Let's work our way up. We're taking the stairs, not the elevator.
Okay. You sure we shouldn't check the basement? I mean, whatever, man. I'm with you. Let's go. All right. So
Fuck it. We check the basement. We're gonna go down just one level. All right, just one fucking level.
Okay.
So he moves down towards the stairs leading downward.
And yep, you guys move down into this is it's a concrete maze down there. Mainly like storerooms, stuff like that. As you clear through here, you find most of the doors are open. You're able to open them. You come on one that's locked.
Okay.
Pass by it or try and
he checks the door handle again. Is it a door handle? Is it a mag lock?
No, these are mainly there are some mag locks, but they're mainly like conventional locks.
Just conventional locks. Okay, so he checks it again and he does so in a manner that's it's not super loud, like he's just checking so he doesn't alert whoever's on the other side of this.
Okay. So gently turn the handle. Yeah, it's locked.
Yeah. Okay. It's like, well, he at this point he's like, hey kid, cover him. So he slings his shotgun and he pulls out a little lock picking set.
Okay.
And he goes to work on the lock.
All right. Give me a perception roll, please.
Ooh, Oof, that was a 13 with a nat 1.
Ooh, with a nat 1 even. Okay.
Yeah.
As you're working on that door, you get a tap on your shoulder. Francisco's like, "Hey, there's somebody coming down the hall, man. Hey, you, stop! NCPD."
And Paul looks kind of over his shoulder where Francisco is indicating. What does he see, if anything?
You see what looks like one of the armored Arasaka security.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like he might be injured.
Okay. So Paul kind of...
Well, he pulls up his weapon and opens fire on you.
Oh, fantastic. Shoot first and ask questions later. I can respect that. All right. Let's... Oh, boy.
So you're rolling against a 20.
All right, stand by. That is going...
Holy crap.
All right, so that was a 20.
And your partner rolled a 21. So
yeah,
you both managed to dodge out of the way of this incoming fire. Basically just lifts up and auto fires on both of you.
And Paul kind of just he essentially hits the deck in a really low crouch, as bullets just kind of just sail above his head. Like you could hear the zip as it hits the concrete wall, and he kind of, NCPD fucker, and he brings up his shotgun. He's got glasses.
Okay.
Shoot. And that was a 21. 17 damage.
Oh yeah. So you blast him, take him down. What does that look like?
I mean, the round fucking slug just takes this guy off his feet, plants him in the ground. Paul kind of gets up and walks over to him, his weapon still trained on him. And he's just looking at him. He kind of... Does this guy have a helmet on?
Yes.
He reaches down and yanks it off. Does this guy... does he look like Arasaka security? I mean, most of Arasaka security is multiracial.
He looks like part of just like one of the rapid response guys out by the buses. He's wearing Arasaka heavy armor. Definitely has been shot several times before you shot him.
Okay. Is he alive or dead? No.
Yeah, well, he was alive.
He's dead now. Yeah, fuck. So Paul kind of he's just cursing. He's like, God.
Whoa, that was badass, man.
No, it wasn't. All right, this guy was just doing his fucking job, albeit a little bit zealously. Should have. I mean, he might not have heard you. Shit. All right, well, let's fucking check this door.
He looks like he's been hit several times.
Yeah. So whoever killed our people in the
Francisco
guards up top's probably down here.
Yeah, Francisco kind of kneels down over him and kind of looking at his armor. He's like, yeah, these are armor piercing heat rounds.
Okay. All right. Look.
This guy didn't stand a chance.
Nope. And I doubt neither will we if we come across this guy. But we got a job to do, so let's do it.
Exactly.
That's right. So Paul, he turns back to that door, and gets back to work and picking on the lock.
Yeah, you finish picking that lock. this is literally just another storeroom. There's a couple of people that are in here, and they looked just scared shitless. They're like trying to hide behind some boxes and whatnot, and they're like, we won't say it. We don't know nothing. We're just
Look,
we don't know.
Shh. Quiet. NCPD. We're here to clear out this area. All right. So you're gonna evacuate. Basically, he's like, do you know the area? You know how to get topside?
I think so.
All right. So you're gonna head down this hallway, and he kind of indicates to where they need to go. You're gonna head the stairs heading up. You're gonna go, head up that way. Basically, he kind of directs them to where they need to go.
Okay.
You're gonna keep going.
Okay.
All right.
Are you coming with us?
No, we got other people to save.
What happens if we run into those guys with the guns, shooting everybody?
Do you know how to use a gun?
Yeah.
All right, so he moves over to the Arasaka's guard's body, grabs his weapon off of him, grabs an extra mag, checks the weapon, make sure it's functioning properly, hands it over. He's like, all right, well, you're leaving these people out of here. Get going. Once you're there, you're going to look for a guy, Sergeant Johnson, and he describes him. You can tell him I sent you, okay?
All right,
and
all
he's
right.
gonna get you the rest of the way out of here.
Where are you going?
Oh, no. Well, now it's to find whoever killed these Arasaka guys, and hopefully pull out some more of you folks. Apparently, there's a bomb in the building.
A bomb in the building? Maybe
who would have thunk it?
Maybe that's what they were carrying.
Whoa.
Oh, we're getting out of here. We're going. We're out of here.
No. Hold on. No. Who was carrying what?
The guys with the guns.
How many? What'd they look
like?
What the fuck were they carrying?
There was like 4 or 6 maybe. I didn't get a good look. Look, man, I just work here, okay?
Okay, calm down. So you said 4 to 6 guys carrying weapons and you said a bomb. Why do you think it was a bomb?
What? You said it was a bomb. The big bag.
No, I said there's a big bag.
Yeah.
Just one bag.
I mean, why else would you be carrying a big bag? Took 2 people to carry it.
One?
Yeah, I think so. Unless it was more. I mean, I only seen one.
All right.
They shot those guards, man. They didn't even say anything. They just like come through the door and started shooting. We ran because they we locked the door, but they didn't seem too interested in us.
Right. Oh, no, that's a good thing. Chances are you'd be dead if they were. So get going. And he looks at Francisco. He's like, all right, well, looks like there is a bomb in the fucking building.
See, we get to flatline some bad guys and disarm a bomb. All in a day's work.
Don't think you're getting any medals, kid. Let's just try to survive this, okay? We'll worry about the medals.
I'm not worried about. I'm a little freaked out right now, to be honest with you. I mean, that sounds bad, man. We're gonna go find these people?
That's the job.
Why don't we just look for more civilians?
All kind of looks at him. So you're cool with leaving some folks that gunned down some of our people? Just gonna let them plant a bomb? No big deal?
He points at the Arasaka guy who's obviously wearing much heavier armor than you and he is. He's like, they did that to him. I mean, we can. All right, let's go. We can do this. I got your back.
I hope so. But I get your point.
Hey, it's like Grandpa told me, man. I don't have to be the fastest one in this hallway. I just have to be faster than you.
Yeah, good. So he silently agrees with the kid. He's like, oh yeah. I mean, these guys are probably sporting military grade weaponry and armor, so they're not gonna be easy to take down. But he started. ironically enough, he starts going through the Arasaka guard's like equipment. Does he have any grenades or anything on him, or
Couple of
anything like that?
flashbangs.
He
Couple of
grabs those up.
flashbangs.
Yep, he grabs those up.
Okay.
He hands one to the kid. He's like, "Look, here's the plan. Assuming we can get the drop on these guys, we toss these first, take cover, and once these goes off, we move in and start laying them low."
Do you have any idea where these guys are at?
No, nope. I believe this basement isn't as large as this fucking building. All right, come on, let's get going. So he exits the room
closet.
where the people are.
Yeah.
And he starts moving down that hallway.
Okay.
And I think my dog at my door. And then you are not.
Gotta let the puppy in.
I think she might need to go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna take a second.
How about if we just take let's just take 10 minutes and so you can take let the puppy out. We don't want her to have any issues. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes, folks. Thank you very much for being here so far. Please hang tight and you get to see the rest of this story, find out what happens here. Yeah, I'm not gonna give anything away because this is a fantastic story.
Fun is about to begin. All right, guys. Yeah, we'll be back in about 10 minutes.
All right. See you guys in just a little bit.
Adios.
Cause we lost everything. We had to pay the price. I saw in you what life was missing. You lit a flame that consumed my hate. I'm not one for reminiscing, but I traded all for your sweet embrace. Cause we lost everything. We had to pay the price. There's a canvas with two faces of fallen angels who loved and lost. It was a passion for the ages, but in the end, guess we paid the cost. A thing of beauty, I know, will never fade away. What you did to me, I know. Said what you had to say, but a thing of beauty will never fade away. Will never fade away. I see your eyes, I know you see me. You're like a ghost, you're everywhere. I'm your demon, never leaving. A metal soul of rage and fear. That one thing that changed it all. That one thing that caused the fall. 'cause we lost everything. We had to pay the price. I saw in you what life was missing. You lit a flame that consumed my hate. I'm not one for reminiscing, but I traded all for your sweet embrace. 'Cause we lost everything. We had to pay the price. There's a canvas with two faces, of fallen angels who loved and lost. It was a passion for the ages, but in the end, guess we paid the cost. A thing of beauty, I know, will never fade away. What you did to me, I know. Said what you had to say, but a thing of beauty will never fade away. Will never fade away. I see your eyes, I know you see me. You're like a ghost, you're everywhere. I'm your demon, never leaving. A metal soul of rage and fear. That one thing that changed it all. That one thing that caused the fall. A thing of beauty, I know, will never fade away. What you did to me, I know. So what you had to say, but a thing of beauty, I know, will never fade away. And I'll do my duty, I know. Somehow I'll find a way, but a thing of beauty will never fade away. And I'll do my duty, will never fade away. Will never fade away. Will never fade away.
Awesome. I love that song, by the way.
That's a good song.
Yeah, it's some really good music that came with the game in particular. Oh, wow. About that. That back down here, and we lose the connection. It fall back.
There we
There you are.
go.
All
All
right,
right.
man. So, what?
Said back again.
Back again. Absolutely. Um, I take just a minute before we roll back into the story piece here and talk a little bit about what we have going on in our Discord right now. So,
Yep.
if you are not a member of our Discord, the little line pops up here every once in a while. I think there's a link in there in the chat to
Yes.
join our Discord. Um, Take a look at it. What we're doing for our Discord community is the members that are there that are interested can reach out to us, to Rob in particular, and let them know we are opening up one seat in our personal game, which runs every Saturday night. It is not a streamed game; it is a private game. So we're opening up a seat for members of the community, and they can essentially contact us and let us know that they are interested in playing a one shot with us. That might lead to um, more engagement with the community and an opportunity eventually to also play with us on stream if members of the community are interested in that.
Well,
So check it out.
be interesting to see some of the characters that you yahoos come up with.
Yes. Well, it'll be cool to see, get some new fresh perspective and some new characters, kind of flesh that out a
Mhm.
little bit so there's more of a pool to play with and just get some new ideas. Fantastic stuff. All right. So, here we are in the basement of Arasaka Tower.
Mhm.
You guys have found a couple of people in a storeroom that you're able to get on their way out of here. You learned a little bit about a group of people, armed people with what might be a bomb, maybe.
Uh, Hopefully
Um,
it's a toaster.
maybe
Just a
maybe it's a
really big
toaster.
toaster.
Yeah, yeah, because
Oh,
mercenaries usually carry really big toasters with them.
look, you get hungry along the way, right?
You might. That's very true. We don't have to worry about being hungry though, because we had Mr. House, so we're all good.
That's right. Uncle Laz. Uncle Laz always goes a long way. Like you
So,
eat an MRE.
like eating an MRE, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, you can only handle one at a time, right? Um, so we in this you guys continue your search in the basement. This basement floor that you're on is pretty much all just storerooms.
Mhm.
You On the far side of the building, you come across a laundry area, um, and what looks like garbage chutes.
Okay.
Um,
Like, so are we at the end of those garbage chutes, or do the garbage chutes continue going down?
they actually there some from the upper floors stop on this floor.
Mhm.
There's laundry chutes, garbage chutes, and it looks like the garbage chutes themselves continue going down.
Okay.
Um, Now, in the laundry area, you hear some voices. Um, sounds like possibly security.
Well, are they speaking Japanese
No, they're speaking English, and they have radios.
at work? Okay. So as they're moving up to the laundry room, Paul kind of signals to Francisco to keep quiet, and they are going to move up to the door.
Okay, give
And
me a stealth check.
all right, stealth it is. Stand by. is gonna be 15. I'm gonna stack on some luck there, make that a 17.
Okay, so both of you manage. Francisco rolled a 19, but
Nice.
so both of you manage to get up. He takes one side of the door, and I'm assuming you're on the other side, and
Yep.
he's just kind of crouched down there by the door, like he's trying to listen.
Yep. Same.
Um, from what you can tell, these guys are like they're not Arasaka security, they're not NCPD. Um, you get a glimpse of one of them. They're not. They're dressed in basically like a combat armor, like a polymer
Yeah.
combat armor.
Gotcha.
Um, no
I'm
markings.
assuming no. Yeah, I was gonna say no, no markings, no insignia. Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Um, and we hear exactly like what they're saying at this point.
Between the two of them, it's kind of a low key conversation. Like, man, we gotta make sure we're out of here. That fucking
Uh,
idiot rocker boy gonna get us all killed.
so it's at this point where Paul motions to Francisco and kind of indicates the flashbangs, and he pulls the pin on his, but obviously doesn't let go of the spoon,
Okay.
and he counts down from 3 to 0 and tosses his in.
Okay. And yeah, it catches them by surprise.
So he waits for the flash and bang,
Yep.
and then he moves in.
Oh. All right. And Francisco's gonna
Uh,
follow right behind you.
uh, and based off of like, is there anyone besides the two of them in that particular room?
Just the two, from what you can tell.
He's like, on the floor, NCPD. And he's not going to shoot them yet, but if they make a move for their weapons, he's going to flatline them.
Well, they're stunned for this round, so they're just kind of trying to get their bearings about them. They may or may not have heard you.
Fuck it, shoot him.
All right, go for it.
Well, these are also probably the guys who shot some buggers. It's a 17 for. Oh my god, damn!
Yeah.
Almost max damage.
Wow.
32 damage.
Okay.
Jesus.
So that's a hell of a hit. You don't flatline this guy, but you definitely mess him up. So you can tell us what happens to this guy, and it is a critical injury. So
Yeah.
you pick what happened to him.
I mean, he has a second chest wound, so while he's not dead, he is dying. Um, and yeah, he just there's blood and fucking pellet pellet spread on the back of the wall. This guy he's pretty banged up. And that's Paul's turn. I wonder what Francisco's gonna do.
Francisco takes a shot. First shot misses, and he shot. Well, actually, he has a heavy pistol, so no. Takes one shot and he missed.
God damn it.
So this
Francisco, you
guy,
have one job.
not everybody is rolling them, them big rolls. This guy is going to. All right, the one who was not hit is going to pray and pray. So roll evasion gets to 19.
Alright. That's a 21.
So Francisco gets hit. And the other one has lost his turn because he's pretty seriously. So you are up, Raiden.
All right, he's gonna shoot the other guy now.
Go for it.
And that is a 30 for what? Jesus, 29 damage.
Okay. So, yeah, you're gonna at 3 6s again.
Yeah.
Man, that's some heavy ass damage you're doing there.
Paul's not fucking around anymore. They've just ruined his day.
All right, so this one you take out with that
So he
that critical hit plus the crit roll. That's I'm gonna say that's like 54 damage. So what happened to him?
Yeah, he same thing, center mass. But this guy, instead of just a sucking chest wound, there is now a gaping hole in his torso. You can see through him. So he after he drops that guy, he moves over to Francisco. He's like, "Hey, you're still in mostly one piece."
I'm good. Francisco actually walks up and puts 2 more rounds into the guy you just shot.
Oh,
It's the one that
didn't
shot
take that
him.
personally, apparently. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, so he moves over to the guy who's still breathing but barely, and he slaps him. He's like, "Hey, wake up! What the fuck's going on in here? What do you do? Where's the bomb?
What?
The bomb that you idiots planted."
Ah, are so fucked.
Yeah, so are you. Where's the fucking bomb?
I'm not telling you nothing. Spits in your face. Bloody saliva.
Ugh. Paul kind of wipes his face, stands up. He's like, "All right, fair enough." So he actually grabs the guys. Are these like external comms or internal?
It looks like helmet comms.
Like he motions. He looks at Francisco. He's like, grab his comms kit, helmet, and it should be a receiver somewhere on his body. We need to know what the fuck's going on. As for you, Paul kind of just looks at him. He's like, "So you're about to die. There's no getting past that. But you do one good fucking act in your life. Tell me where the fuck this bomb is. You do know they're civilians. Have absolutely nothing to do with whatever the fuck you're doing. Still in this building."
He's
Paul kind of
waving
leans
you
in. Just a little, just close enough for him to say something.
It's up your ass. Fuck you. And he dies.
All right. Okay. So he's well, after he dies, he is looking for any identification, even though he's pretty sure he's probably not going to find any, but he's gonna do it anyway.
Yep, no ID. These guys are kitted out. I without the military background or anything like that, but I mean, you've seen this type of kit before. It's definitely like a special ops, black ops type thing.
Yeah.
It's military grade
High-end
equipment,
gear.
but you really can't place it like it's
It's high-end equipment, but it's something that any of the major corps could have their people running essentially.
Yeah, any of the major corps could. Yeah.
It's like, all right, well, none to be expected. These guys aren't carrying any fucking ID, and this is while high-end. Any of the major corpos can have their folks running their shit. So this could be anybody from fucking Biodyne, fucking anybody. Jesus Christ. What the fuck's going on here, man? We stepped in some shit. All right, well, So he looks over at Francisco. Is like, you got anything on that? Indicating
He's
the
he's
comms.
he's adjusting. He's like, hold on, hold on. I don't want to turn the mic on.
Don't fucking turn the mic on. Just listen. Any bit of information is more than what we had last.
Hear nothing.
All right. Well, keep it on. Just keep it on, and hope maybe some chatter will come across. But until then, let's get going.
All right, where are we going?
So is basically, are there any like doors kind of leading or pathways leading off of this laundry room?
Okay, so the laundry room itself is basically hooked to some of the upper floors with these chutes. You do find there is a like a freight elevator that
Uh,
goes up to the next. Looks like it just goes up one floor, but
or-
you're guessing based on the fact that there are two other bodies in the room, that whoever these guys are, this is the way they came into the.
this is the way they came into the facility.
Yep.
So when you say that, you mean they came from the up floors down, essentially. Okay. So he's kind of looking around. He's actually looking around for a map. A lot of these buildings will typically have like a floor plan on like the plaques typically. So he's looking for one of those.
Okay. It takes you a few minutes. Kind of at the end of this hall, the hallways
Mhm.
themselves are like 10 to 12 feet wide. So
Gotcha.
they're pretty good size hallways.
So this is definitely meant to bring in equipment or stuff like
Right,
that.
right.
Okay.
I mean, you get the idea that this level is pretty much like a utility level. There's a lot of
Mhm.
storage, the laundry facility. There's garbage and recycling and all that stuff down. Yes, they do recycle. Arasaka recycles, by the way.
The one good thing they do.
See, now some people would speak very differently about them. Um, but yeah, you see a map there, and this map basically just outlines this level. And from what you can see, it's mainly just these storage rooms. There's a couple of larger like conference rooms that are down here. You have a couple of different facilities. It looks like it's actually connected to the loading docks back over on the backside, so the area that you originally came in.
So it kind
Um,
of loops back around.
yep, looks like it's connected to that.
Okay.
And there are several of these freight elevators on this floor that go up. There's only one that goes all the way to the top. Um, and then there's a large elevator bank, not really in the like dead middle of the building, but pretty
Yeah,
close to the middle of the building.
that go to
Which
various levels.
right, and those elevators, you're guessing, yeah, they probably go
To very
right.
so he's
Maybe not
like, well,
all the way
we
up, but
yeah.
quite a
He's
ways.
like, well, we've got two options, kid. Either we go with this elevator here, somebody's gonna take us all the way to the top, or we go to this elevator bank here and end up somewhere in the middle of the building.
I don't know about you,
Personally,
but
if it was
I don't know about you, but I think if I was gonna, you know, what's the point of bringing a bomb into the building?
what do you mean? What's the point of
It'd have to
bringing a
be a
bomb
really
into the
big
building?
fucking bomb, or else it's really not. What's it gonna do?
Well, I
This is a
mean,
big building.
suitcase nuke. This is still a thing. But if it were me, if I was planning on blowing this place up, I wouldn't go to the top.
Yeah, me
Go to the
neither.
middle.
Me
All right,
neither.
elevator bank it is. Well, kid. I guess you get to play the hero after all.
You are starting to hear um some gunfire, especially when you're by the elevator.
Hmm.
You hear like distant gunfire. Like,
So the single elevator they're saying that's next to the laundry
yep,
room, they can kind of hear up
almost
the
like you
elevator
hear,
shaft.
yeah, you hear the sound coming down.
Okay. It's like, well, probably more of them. All right, let's get to that elevator bank, and we'll let's see if we can get to higher floors. Come on. So he starts moving in a direction using the map to guide him.
Okay. You get into the center of this floor, and you start to hear some voices again, and there's a little chatter over the radio.
Okay. Well, he can't hear that. I'm assuming Francisco kind of clues him in to the chatter.
Hey, I hear something.
Eh.
Something. Package is in place. Blackhand is secure. Did it mean anything to you?
And the other person with that fucking moniker is Morgan Blackhand himself. Oh, God
Come
damn.
on. Really?
Do you know anybody else running around with that fucking name? All right.
Or
Shit.
we live in a city full of posers, man. I mean, come on.
Yeah, you think any of them are stupid enough or crazy enough to attack Arasaka and get this far in without getting fucking flatlined at the front door? Nah. I have a feeling that's the one and only article. All right. Shit.
Wait.
Okay.
Something about the diversion. Holy shit.
Did they mention any floor? Any?
I think the bomb's down here.
Um, so that means those guys will be
There's
flatlined back there.
something about Makoshi and a diversion. Sounds like they're just gonna blow this building. We should go. We should get out of here.
Look, kid, the bomb's down here. Maybe they haven't fucking armed it yet. We owe it to at least check.
You're the
If
boss.
not, this whole place is gonna go up.
All right. What do you want me to do? What do we do?
All right. Well, you keep that on. You let me know. Do they mention do they mention anything else about this distraction? Any particulars? You said that it's down here.
No,
Do they mention any other spots?
there's some other chatter, but it's not. It's I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Sounds like the package is delivered. I don't know, man. Sounds bad.
Right,
We better hurry up if we're gonna do something.
so he's going to continue moving to this elevator.
Okay.
Because if any bomb's going to go off, it's probably going to be around the center of the building.
So when you come, okay, so when you come into this area, there's actually one hallway that leads like almost directly through the center of the building. And as you kind of peek around the corner down this hallway, you see the hallway runs for about 30 feet, and then there's a large opening. And that large opening seems to be lined with elevators.
Yeah.
And in the middle of that large opening, you see a group of 4 of these same guys, same armor, and there's no longer a bag. They have some sort of mechanical device that is sitting on the floor, and one of them is kind of kneeled down over it, typing something into a pad.
What
What do we do?
You still have that flashbang?
Yeah, I got it.
All right. We're going to set up. You're going to toss it. All right. We cannot let whatever that fucking guy's typing there, we can't let him finish it. Go ahead. And
roll perception for me.
Paul brings his weapon up, and I'm going to roll perception. And that is an 18.
Okay. As you are getting ready, you bring your weapon up. You happen to notice there's 4 of these guys. One of them was kind of standing off a little bit, It looks like there's a small group of civilians down here, kind of huddled up against the wall on the floor.
He signals to the kid. He's like, hold on. Apparently they have fucking hostages.
What do we do now? Roll stealth check for me, please.
All right. Stand by. Nope, not that one. That's 12. But I'm gonna
Burn a little luck.
burn a little luck, man.
All right.
I'm gonna make that a 16.
So they don't seem to have noticed you. Francisco is like cool as ice.
Quiet as mouse.
Yeah.
So he looks over at him and is like, all right, change of plans. I'm gonna toss that and we're gonna beeline it to civilians and get them to fucking cover. After that, we'll figure out what the fuck to do with these guys.
Well,
Just civilian, but I can't hear you. You got
yeah, he's sitting there for me. He's like, what we don't know. Did they set? We don't even know if they set. They set that bomb. We got to disarm it. There's no way we're gonna get these people out of here. Tell you
all right,
what.
so
You take the people, and I'll take the bomb.
kid, do you know how to fucking disarm a bomb?
But I did some stuff. I did some. Maybe I don't know.
Look, kid, you beeline it for the civilians, you get them to cover. I'll go for the bomb. All right, and he actually indicates where the guy is standing. He kind of points the guy out to let Francisco to know when they move into this room for him to cut in that direction to drop that guy.
Okay.
So he reaches over, he grabs the flashbang, and he sets up to pretty much do a repeat of what he did before.
All right, so Francisco throws the flashbang. You have 4 targets.
Okay.
One target number 1 is basically overwatch of the civilians that are there.
Yeah.
2 and 3 are basically kind of hovering over this guy who's working on the bomb, and number 4 is the guy working on the bomb.
Okay. Well, Paul's going for number 4.
All right, give me a roll.
And he's obviously he told Francisco to go for numero uno.
Yep.
So he's gonna go. Oh boy, that's rough.
Odd or even?
That's 16. Even Steven.
I'm gonna do something different this time. Instead of a 1d6, I'm gonna 1d100.
Okay. 20. Ooh. Oh boy, that would have been bad news bears.
So.
Oh man.
So in your bonus round here, you I gave you that attack for free.
Okay.
You miss completely, but you don't hit the bomb. So that's
Oh, thank God.
That's a good thing. And let's see what Francisco does. Oh.
Okay, Francisco out here just putting in work.
Damage sucked though. So okay.
Yeah, damage.
So yeah. So damage. So Francisco actually hit something though. I mean,
that's good.
The broad side of that barn, he hit it. Somebody else didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, now I'm gonna have you roll initiative.
Okay. Is an 18.
Okay, and fortunately for you, that will put you going first. Francisco fired and moved up at the same time. So
Okay.
looks like he is like full on headed for this guy that he just shot at.
Gotcha.
You're up.
So yeah, he's gonna take aim at that fucking the guy working the keypad again.
Okay, go for it.
Ah, that's much better. That is a 27.
Go from a nat 1 to a nat 10.
The
All
dice give it,
right.
and the dice take it away. All things in balance.
All right, so you peg him pretty good. It actually knocks him back on his off his feet. All right.
Yeah.
Now have you roll evasion for the. You have 2 incoming attacks, so roll
Okay.
evasion on the first one.
All right, stand by. It's 15.
Okay, that you get hit.
Okay. And second one is a 15 again.
And you get hit again. So you take 16 on the first hit.
All right. So that's gonna penetrate. Just do 1 damage though.
12 on the
And
second
that
hit.
second one does nothing.
All
Clinks
right.
off his arm.
Whoops. Yeah, I don't want that roll.
God damn, that's a high roll.
Yes. So far, you guys are not good here. So Francisco takes a hit as well. So, but he doesn't seem to show any sign of that. His armor did a pretty good job, but still got him. Got he. All
Yeah.
right. And one of these guys is moving towards you. Okay, so the guy who was putzing that you shot is back on his feet. One of the 2 that fired at you is moving up on you to engage you.
Okay.
And you are up.
Paul moves his weapon towards the guy approaching him.
All right, go for it.
That's a 19 for 29 damage.
Okay, you hit. And double 6s. All right, give me for shits and giggles, give me a 2d8, please.
Oh, 3d8. It's a 7 and a 2.
Let's see what this looks like. Nastiness. Fun this. Ah, a 7 and a 2.
Yep.
There we are. All right, so he takes a good solid hit to the right leg.
Is he still standing?
Just a second. Give me an odd or even.
Even Steven.
He is still standing.
Okay.
Right. And what are you doing? Are you using any movement? Because this one's that
Yeah.
one that was coming for you isn't moving quite as fast now, for sure.
He's basically moving to cover him, but he's trying to keep the guy who's working on that keypad kind of in his line of sight. But he's moving to cover.
Okay,
He's also trying
so
to keep Francisco in his line of sight as well.
all right. So cover versus no cover. There's no partial cover. So
Yeah, fortunately.
you have to pick.
So he's moving into cover, but he's he's in cover, but he's trying to position himself in a way where when he pops out, he can either help Francisco or tag
Understood.
the other
Understood.
guy.
Gotcha. All right. So, now, let's go. Francisco is blinking away at this guy. Actually tackles the guy. So you catch that kind of out of the corner of your eye. Francisco moves up this hallway quickly and like literally just kind of bull rushes the one that he shot and tackles him to the ground. That also means
Kid's
he's
got
out.
some.
He's out there by himself now, guys.
Yep.
And you hear a shotgun go off, and you hear someone moving up on your position. Boots,
Okay.
you're up.
He is gonna pop out and take a shot at the guy who was typing away.
Okay, still focusing on the guy at the bomb.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a 24 for 23.
Okay, so you take him out. What does that look like?
I mean, he swings around this pillar and fucking blasts him in the chest. He doesn't even as he sees him go down, but he doesn't like necessarily check to make sure that he's dead. But as long for him, he's down, so that's enough for him. But he
As
kind of puts his. Go ahead.
well, as you do that, as you pop around and shoot this guy, you happen to make eye contact through. I mean, it's you've got the whole smoke from the flashbang, so it's a little hard to imagine, but you happen to make eye contact with this guy that's at the bomb, and for a brief second, you think he has a look of relief on his face right before you shoot him.
Oh, fantastic! And he kind of he pockets that information for now, but he can hear the guy kind of moving up on him, so he kind of puts his back to that piece of cover, kind of waiting for him to swing around.
Well, he definitely swings around and roll evasion.
Okay, that's a 16.
Okay, you take a kick for 7 points of damage, half your SP.
All right. Well, my SP actually absorbs that.
Okay,
Was it 14 exactly?
roll evasion again,
Okay, that's an 18.
and you evade that one. Okay,
All
so
right.
you're pretty good with hand to hand here, Mr. Lucero.
He's got a couple scraps in his time.
You hear from down that hallway, you hear some screaming, and you hear Francisco yelling at these people, "Get out of here! Get out of here!" And
He's.
what? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well,
I'll continue painting the picture.
you have this second guy also moves around the corner.
Oh, fantastic.
And he is just gonna take a shot at you. So roll me evasion a third time.
Okay. That's 20.
Very nice. All right.
Hopefully he shoots his friend who's behind me then.
Nope, not this time.
Damn it.
You're up.
All right. Well, he's going to shoot the guy who shot him.
Go for it.
Or shot at him rather. That is a 31 for 18 damage. God damn.
What is with these nat 10s? Holy cow. Okay, so
I'm using up all my good luck.
all right, that's a nice shot. All right, so you shoot the one that shot you. And Francisco, Okay. Now these two are going to the one that's was in hand to hand with you actually pulls out a knife
Oh, fantastic.
and goes after you with his knife. So roll evasion.
Okay. That's 14.
Okay. 7 damage.
All right, my armor's going to absorb that, but since it is a blade weapon, I think that ablates, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And roll evasion again.
Oh, that's a nat 1. Oof.
Oop. Ooh, and good
Oh,
damage
that's
too.
a lot of damage. Yeah.
And take 11
Okay.
damage on that one. And
11 damage.
your armor ablates 2 on that.
Okay. Down to 11. I'm 6 damage. Down 46. 46 health. He's still alive.
All right. You're up. Taking on 2 at once. This is the horrible spot to be in Cyberpunk because
Yeah, this is not a
it is
good situation for Paul. But he's gonna shoot the guy who had the gun. He thinks he's the bigger threat, so he's gonna make some space and try to plug him.
okay. Go for it.
18 for 18 damage.
All right, and you take that one down.
Yeah, he manages to get a clean shot off from this guy and kind of shoots him in the gut. The guy doubles over and kind of falls to the ground. He's not dead, but he's dying. So it's just him and Mr. Knifey over here.
Well, Mr. Knifey. So roll evasion. Actually,
Okay.
no. First, roll brawling.
All right. There is fine. No. 17.
Okay. Take 9 points of damage from that hit.
All right.
Now roll evasion.
10, 5, take 4, and 21.
So you identify what this guy's doing. I mean, he's definitely knows how to fight hand to hand. So he's like going for breaking bones.
Vital organs. Okay. Yeah,
That.
but Paul's basically using the shotgun kind of to parry the knife and kicks and punches, and kind of trying to keep his distance from this guy. He is going to glance over to where Francisco is, kind of tussling with the other dude. Who's in again? It's a quick glance, so
Right at this point, you're kind of back behind because I mean these two guys coming around that corner and attacking you have kind of pushed you back down the hallway a bit. So
okay.
you would have to move forward to do that. You can.
He's gonna do that. Yeah, he's gonna kind of shuffle past this guy again, using the weapon to kind of parry the blows.
Okay.
But he's gonna try to get eyes on Francisco.
So you catch a glimpse down that hallway. You still see a couple of the civilians are there.
Yeah.
Looks not really paying too much attention to that. It looks like maybe a couple of young ladies or something. They're still kind of cowered down. And Francisco is right there with them. Almost like he's trying to do like first aid or something like that.
Okay.
And you can tell he's been shot. Obviously, he's been shot. He's been shot as well.
Okay.
And so you're using your action to parry with your
Yeah.
shotgun. Okay.
Yeah. You're using
So
kind of to keep the guy from stabbing him
all right,
and kicking him and punching him.
I'm gonna give you a +2 to
All
account for
right.
that. So go ahead and roll your evasion.
It's an 18 with the +2.
Okay, and again.
That's a 16 with the +2.
Okay, so the second one hits. This guy manages to score a blow on you, even with you trying to use your shotgun to
All
fend
right.
him off.
And was that with the knife?
No, that's just a
Oh,
punch. By
okay.
the way, you're using a regular shotgun, right?
Uh, yeah, we'll say, well, it's not his usual shotgun, but yeah, regular shotgun. He has like 4
Right.
shells
So
left.
I think it only has 4 rounds chambered.
You
Yep.
know, okay.
Yeah.
So he's got to reload
Yeah. Or use it as a weapon.
or use it as a bludgeoning weapon.
And with that, you're
Okay.
up.
Okay, so instead of using that as a bludgeoning weapon, he is going to drop the shotgun and pull his sidearm.
Okay.
And of course, it's a nat one.
And give me a odd or even.
Even Steven.
It is odd.
Yep,
So
on
you
Todd.
you 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 know fancy moves. You drop that shotgun. You literally hear the shot because the floor down here is concrete. You hear that shotgun hit the floor, just bam. Pull
Yep.
that pistol out and click.
Of
Guns jammed. So and
fantastic.
this guy, roll brawling for me, please.
All right. Another nat one. See, I used all my fucking luck. I used all,
And just
all my good luck.
completely reactionary. He sees you pull that weapon and point it at him. It doesn't even dawn on him that it doesn't go off. He literally takes the weapon from you and tries to shoot you with it. Click.
uh,
Your reaction?
he's gonna tackle him.
Okay, go for it.
All right, gonna roll brawling. Oh, nice.
At 10.
It's a nat 10. So 31.
Okay. Okay. Give me a damage roll. What's your body?
My body is, where is it? 8.
Okay, so give me a 3d6 roll, please.
36. Oh, no, that's what I was looking for. There we go. Oh, the 36
Okay.
was an 11. Apparently,
Give me an odd or even.
even Steven. Oh, excuse me. No, oh, Todd.
All right.
Fuck.
So you managed to tackle him. And he is immediately going to try and break free. And give me a brawling roll against a 22. Holy cow.
God damn. 15.
All right, so he manages to break free from you. Ooh.
God damn.
And you're going to take 17 points of damage.
Okay, I'm assuming this is just fists and feet.
Yep.
All right, so that is gonna be
With 2 6s. So let's see.
all right. Let's see what he does. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, see if he hurts you. How bad he hurts you. Oh wow. So all right, you tackle him to the floor. He immediately starts crawling back with you. And
Hmm.
he manages to get you elevated just enough, and you're trying to like wrap your leg around him, and he kicks
Yep.
your right leg out, and you feel
Oh.
a sharp pain in your ankle as
Oh.
your right ankle is now dislocated.
Oh. Ow. God damn. Shit. Okay. Fucking great. Great.
And
God loves it.
you are up. Your movement is now reduced by half, by the way.
Okay. So he let's see what else can my man's do. He dropped his shotgun. Guy took his revolver. Uh
Which, yep, your revolver's jammed anyway, so
well, and I have to reload the shotgun, so he's gonna try brawling with him again.
go for
That's a 20.
it. Okay, roll me some damage.
All right. It's 13.
All right, so you managed to knock him out.
All right. Paul's no stranger to a good scrap. Hits the guy with a clean combo, a jab, and just a nice hook, and catches him clean on the chin and drops him.
Nice. At this point, you're feeling a little dizzy there, brother.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm actually I'm actually at half health, so I'm seriously wounded at this point. The ball's kind of leaning up against the nearest wall, and he shakes the fatigue off for a second and does his best to collect his weapons. He reloads the shotgun at this point, and he looks down at the guy. He puts the barrel to his head and blows his fucking head off.
Alrighty then.
he's ru- he's ruthless. He always has been. See, it's not just a recent thing. Guy tried to kill him. Okay.
All right.
So he leaves the headless corpse there and kind of hobbles his way back over to Francisco.
So as you're hobbling your way back over to Francisco, you see over in the corner,
Mhm.
there are two females. Um, one has a serious gut shot wound. And the other is like, panicking by her.
Yeah.
Francisco is knelt over this weapon, bomb, whatever it happens to be, and it looks
Yep.
like he's trying to disarm it. You can his hands are covered in blood. He's coughing up blood.
Oh boy, he's banged up pretty bad, huh? Okay. Well, Paul kind of hobbles over to him. He's like, "Oh, well, okay. Hey, kid, you know all that stuff's supposed to be on the inside, right?" Paul's not looking much better himself.
Eh, all right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, here I'm gonna need you to quit being a bitch. All right. We need you to go over there. See
who's
that lady?
who's hobbling around? She's I did everything I can for her.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna need you to do one more thing for. I'm gonna need you to get your ass up. And he. So how many people are there? Because I'm assuming some of them
There's
like ran off.
Yep.
Uh,
There's the two civilians, you,
uh,
Francisco, and looks like maybe this other the guy that Francisco was fighting with is still breathing but not conscious.
okay. So Paul kind of walks over to the ladies. He's like, "Hey, ladies, I'm gonna need you to do something for me." He looks down to the one that's not injured, the one that's panicking. He's like, "Hey,
Yeah,
ma'am,
yeah.
eyes, right here. You're gonna help your friend get out of here. All right, my partner over there. He's gonna help you get you guys topside. All right, I'm gonna get her some help. I'm gonna get you some help." And he's like, "Hey, Francisco, come here."
Francisco just kind of looks up at you and he's like, I think you better take him.
On a busted ankle. I'll get 5 feet before I fall on my face.
Yeah. Kind of holds up what looks like a trigger, like a dead man switch.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going anywhere. And you have a minute 17 seconds.
Wait, is the countdown still going on?
Yep.
Oh boy. Well, what's the point of the trigger?
I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what you know, pretty sure if I let go of this button.
It'll probably detonate immediately. Shit. All right.
That idiot had it in his hand. Apparently he didn't depress it. But I did by accident.
All
I
right,
mean, I
kid.
can
All
let
right.
go of it and see what happens.
No. So he moves back over to Francisco, and
Mm-hmm.
he places his hand kind of over his and squeezes tight. And he's trying to replace Francisco's hand with his, so that there's still equal pressure on that trigger, but the kid's not.
Tell you what, we might. I can't stop that timer, but we might be able to disconnect this.
And how the fuck do you figure we do that? I'm sorry, I left my nuclear weapons in for dummies in the car. What?
You see those wires there?
He looks down at him.
Well, these three are connected to trigger. So I'm thinking red, white, and blue wire. I mean, never cut the red wire,
Patriotic,
right?
don't you?
Isn't that this deal? Isn't that the saying? Never cut the red wire.
Yeah, I guess so.
So that leaves us a 50-50 chance. White or blue.
Oh. So we're lucky. So he pulls out a pair of wire cutters from his kit, and he looks at Francisco, looks at the ladies. He's like, "Well, he cuts the blue wire."
Cuts the blue wire. Dun dun dun. So give me a roll.
Okay. What do you want me to roll?
Hold on just 1 second. What's you have explosives?
Demolitions.
Okay, try a demolitions roll.
There it is. All right, that's an 11.
So you reach in there, clip, nothing happens. And you just hear this huge sigh come from French. He's like, oh, shit.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's get going. Come on.
What do I let go of it now?
No, you give that to me, and he kind of reaches in, grabs it, make sure he keeps like constant pressure on the trigger. Now, let's get up. You can go over there. You're gonna help them up. and get them moving.
All right. So he hobbles his. You can tell he's pretty seriously injured.
Yeah.
But he gets up and gets them moving.
Moving.
He struggles with it, but he actually has to carry this other woman,
Mhm.
and you can tell it's everything he's got to pick her up and start carrying her down this hallway.
And he so Paul still had the map that they pulled off that wall, like the floor plan,
Yeah, and you're
and he
still
hands it to
holding
the
the trigger too, by the way.
yeah, yep, he's got he pulled it out. Well, he pulled it out of
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
his vest. He hands it to the other lady. He's like, "Hey, look, man, miss, I need you to focus, so we can all get out of here alive. All right? You know this area decently well. I'm hoping. Lead us to the nearest exit."
Okay. So what do you have this what you think is a trigger in your hand?
Yeah, he. I don't know. For some reason in the back of Paul's head, he's not trusting to let it go right now. Even though he clipped the thing, nothing happened.
What and you have this device on the floor, which I mean it's a big device. You're
Yeah.
probably not going to pick this up by yourself.
Oh no, he's not moving the device.
Okay.
He's not planning on moving the device. Um,
So
he just
these
he doesn't necessarily trust that if that they've actually disarmed the whole thing. He just doesn't want to say anything to like
okay.
Francisco
So
or the
so
women.
so they take off down the hallway doing their
Yep.
she's leading them to what you think is probably the stairway out of there. Um
Okay.
in the meantime, you are and that all took place in about 9 seconds. So you've got about a minute and 6 seconds on that
Okay.
clock. Tick, tick, tick,
All right. So
tick.
Paul's going to start moving away from the device, kind of following after them.
Hey, but
Um,
I mean, the
just
wires are still connected to that thing. You only cut one.
oh, okay. So, well,
You can get
oh yeah,
about
that's
two
true.
feet away from it.
He's looking around. He's like,
Tick,
hmm.
tick,
He
tick.
he kind of reaches down, grabs one of the corpse of the guy that was fucking with the thing. He kind of pries his hands open and sets the kind of detonator in there, and like again, he's keeping constant pressure on that trigger, but he's wrapping the guy's hand like around
Okay, so
it.
let's see. That is going to require check. Um, First I'm going to have you give me an endurance check
uh,
because you're pretty seriously injured yourself.
that's a 13.
13 will do it. Okay.
Okay.
Now, how are you? I mean, because you got to keep this button depressed. At least you think you do. You got to
Mm,
keep this button depressed, and you're going to try and so you're opening up the dead guy's hand, and you're going to try and
yep,
put it in the dead guy's hand
pretty much. Yeah.
without letting up on that trigger.
As
So
much as he can. Yeah.
I will give you a choice here that you can
Yeah, sometimes going for deference measures, man.
figure out a skill that you think might work,
All right, let's
or we
see.
can just handle this by luck of the draw.
Pottery. Okay. Stand by. Let me see. Let me see. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. Uh, uh, uh,
Maybe contortionist.
that's the only one I can kind of think of.
I mean, I guess you could make a case for like conceal reveal object. Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
Or,
Eh.
or concentration. I
Concentration.
don't,
Okay. Okay.
yeah, fuck it. He's trying to do this right. So that's gonna be an 18.
All right. So you painstakingly managed to transfer this trigger to the dead guy's hand. You're still holding the hand over the button, but you've now put it in the hand of the dead guy.
Fantastic.
Now what? Tick, tick, tick.
Paul's gonna take a deep breath and say, you know what? He sets the hand down, let go.
Set the hand down, let go. You still hear that time. You still hear that timer just kind of ticking
Oh boy,
softly
okay.
down, ticking
He
softly
glances at the
down.
timer, how much time he's got left.
About 3 seconds pass and nothing happened.
Ball gets up and
You
starts
actually see
hobbling.
the fingers of the, because I mean he's not, you just killed him. He's not like set into rigor mortis or anything, but you kind of see the
Yeah.
fingers loosen up a little bit.
And he as he sees that, he goes back. He's kind of grabs it again. He's looking around. He's looking around to kind of find something.
47 seconds.
You know what? Fuck it. He pulls off his belt and he wraps that shit around the guy's hand and
Okay.
like cinches it down.
Right. 44 seconds.
All right. Does that Osaz as he lets go of the now
So
belted hand around?
this is your moment, man. What is Paul thinking about at this point? I mean, is it just all business, or
it's fucking survival at this point. He's like, and ironically enough, he's kind of cool. Like he's composed, but in the back of his head, he's like, he's trying to give the kid as much time to get out as possible.
okay?
Like he's not really worried about himself because on the fact that he has a dislocated ankle, he's really not going to get very far very quickly. So he knows that.
Yeah, hop.
Yeah, he's got hop. He got hop along. That's about it. But right now he's trying. I mean, he's not giving up trying to get out, but
Okay.
he's trying to give the kid as much time. And for some reason,
Start wrapping that
whether
belt. Start wrapping that
yeah,
belt, and you notice that this guy who apparently was knocked out by Francisco is starting to wake up.
okay. So he's gonna grab the nearest weapon.
Okay. The guy you killed there had a heavy pistol on his belt.
He pulls it,
All right,
and he's gonna take a shot at the guy getting up.
give it a shot.
Where is? So we're gonna roll. Here we go. 17.
You hit.
All right, and I believe a heavy pistol is 3. So
I'm gonna give you odd or even.
even Steven. Nope. Boy.
So you shoot at this guy, you hit him. He's still wearing that armor.
Mm-hmm.
It is not like perfectly intact at this point. So I mean, you definitely hit him, and he's like, "Ah, what the fuck are you?" And he pulls out his gun and fires back at you. Roll evasion.
Okay.
At a negative, well, you have a -4 because you're at half HP, and I'm going to give you another -4 unless you decide to like move away from that bomb. Are you going to let go and move away to avoid getting shot? That's your choice. Either take the -8 or just the -4.
He's gonna. Yeah. He doesn't feel too good about. He's gonna take the -8.
Okay.
So that is -8. That's a 6.
You take 15 points of damage.
Okay, that's gonna complete, and I'm gonna take 4 more points of damage. Absolutely fantastic.
This guy's
Okay,
getting up to his feet. It's your turn. What are you gonna do?
it's gonna shoot him again.
Okay, roll.
21.
Give me a damage roll.
All right. That's oh my god. Maximum damage. 3 6s.
All right, so I'm gonna give this to you. You can drop him here.
So as
what does that look
go
like?
ahead.
No, go
As
ahead.
he
You go ahead.
gets shot, it's literally, it's not even skill. It is just a flinch reaction. He fires again, and it, by the luck of the draw, the guy, as he's moving to stand up, he basically moves himself into a bullet, and the bullet catches him in the throat.
Okay, so he's laying on his back, holding his throat gurgling
Yep.
right now.
And
All right,
Paul just looks at him. It's like, you dumb son of a bitch. He looks over at the timer,
35 seconds.
and it's at this point
Tick,
Paul just
tick.
what?
I'm
Paul just gets up,
just ticking them off for you.
and he, at this point he's like, I'm probably already dead, but I'm gonna try anyway. So he gets up, and he starts hobbling his happy little ass up that hallway.
So Paul,
Trying to
as you're hopping, whatever you're doing, I mean, what is going through your mind at this point? I
At
mean,
this point, he's hoping the kid made it out. He can't communicate with him because comms aren't working. He's hoping the kid made it out.
you know at this
And
point with 35 seconds left when you last looked at that clock and how fast you're able to move, you're pretty sure you're not going to make it out of this building.
yeah, he at that point he's kind of hobbling along. He's like, well, hopefully the kid made it. I mean, he's got a little sister to worry about, and family. Paul, D4C. The job, unfortunately, was at that point in his life, being in his 40s, was probably about all he had left. Not to sound like depressing or anything like that, but he after he got out of the gangs, he you know was given that ultimatum. He kind of went all in, so to speak, with NCPD, and genuinely was trying to make a difference in the city, having seen it on that side of the track, so to speak, and how bad it can get. Like he genuinely wanted help. So he did make NCPD essentially his life, and helping those that he could. But as he's hobbling along, he actually fishes out a pack of smokes and pops one in, lights it up. And he's not gonna quit. He ain't gonna sit down and fucking let it happen. But he's popping along, and he just kind of keeps hoping that the kid made it. And that's pretty much it for him. He's accepted his fate.
All right, you know, so many things to think about. You had an interesting day starting off with your partner and lunch and learning about
Yep.
his little sister and all this shit going on and
Dealing with coming here, dealing with this shit, and it was definitely not how he pictured his day ending, or his life rather, but definitely not his day.
in your dazed state, you enter the stairwell and you feel everything around you shake and heat, immense heat, just suddenly throws you forward. The last thing that you remember is that heat and this really weird sensation. You know that it must have must really hurt because you like slam into this wall, but there's this completely odd sensation of almost like jumping into a bed when you hit the wall, like you're floating,
Just going off to sleep.
and then nothing. Your mind still going in this void, this darkness, this nothing.
Mhm.
You're in a daze. And surprisingly, you're not sure if it's what is this? Is it is there really an
The
afterlife?
afterlife. Yeah.
Right, right. Is there really something there? And you look up, your eyes, you feel like your eyes, if you had eyes, they come open, and you're pretty sure you see the sky. It's really, really dusty, smoky, and you see what looks like some sort of odd aliens. I don't know, people. They're in these suits. You recognize it as a hazmat suit,
Hmm.
and you can feel yourself, but you can't move. And
Okay.
the pain is immense. Your whole body just aches. And one of these people kind of comes over you, and you hear him, this muffled sound, like talking through the like this.
Hmm.
He's awake. That can't be. Put him under. And you catch a glimpse of yourself in the visor, because it's a red suit, dark black
Hmm.
visor. You can't see a face or anything underneath there. Full respirator on the front. Catch a glimpse of a person. It looks, maybe it's a person. Oh, it looks like cooked
Person
meat.
shaped. Yeah.
Just somebody got burnt really bad. You remember think that
Hmm.
somebody got burnt really bad. You kind of, your head kind of falls over to the side. See another, you see what looks like a gurney or a stretcher of some sort. There's another person there. And you see a hand. Recognize the ring on the hand. Not sure where it's from, but it seems really familiar.
Hmm.
And that's it.
Okay.
We'll stop that right there. So that
Well,
is the
well,
story
well.
that brings Paul Lucero to the BOR. What do you think?
Ah,
Did you enjoy it? Do you like it? Your story,
yeah, it was a
so
good story. Yeah, it's a good story. I mean, that definitely that's talk about a day. All he wanted was a greasy cheeseburger, man. The one thing he's I think he'd be most pissed about. It's
Hmm.
like the last meal he ate was fucking lo mein. Really? The last thing I'm gonna eat is lo mein. I can't even have a nice bacon cheeseburger and nothing. Mm. Yeah, but no,
Yes.
good story.
Awesome. I'm glad you liked it. Hopefully everybody else liked it too. Um, yeah, so that is our one shot with Paul Lucero, bringing him into the BOR, and this will play into Thursday night. So we have the backstory piece of who the Burn Man is. Obviously, the person that was in the visor is you, man. You are the
Yeah, I'm the crispy critter.
you are. So we tried to tie that story into the lore piece because Paul is actually from the time of around the Fourth Corporate War when Arasaka Tower was taken down. That's part of his backstory. He was police officer for NCPD, detective, went
At
in.
that point in time.
Yep. And
No.
for all technical purposes, I guess you could say he died there. So
I mean, come out looking like
not.
beef jerky. Yeah, you're pretty dead.
Awesome. I'm glad you like the story, Infinity.
Yeah.
That's that, guys. I think
All right.
do we have anything else to share with folks tonight, or
I don't think so. We did take care of some of that housekeeping stuff
we did?
earlier in the episode, so no, I think that's it.
Well, definitely make sure you join us Wednesday night for our sit down with James Pearson, James the Geek.
Yes. Yep.
Um,
Check out his Kickstarter if you guys already haven't. It should be in the chat.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll be sitting down with him on Wednesday night for a special episode of the Update Log.
Be awesome. Opportunity to talk to some folks. And then Thursday night we'll be doing episode 4, season 2, BOR.
Sweet.
We'll have the whole crew here.
I'm excited.
See what's happening. Yeah, it's going to be interesting Thursday because it's going to be kind of be 2 games at one time because Paul is not with the team right now. He is captive.
No, not at the moment. Yeah.
Find out what kind of things are going on in Paul's life. And then the team, whatever they're doing to try to find him, maybe? I don't know. Maybe they just decide, fuck him.
They're like, fuck the guy. He's not even worth it. He's not worth the headache.
Feisty old bastard shot the fish tank. To hell with him.
Yeah.
All right, let's see who's out there to raid into, and we'll stick a fork in it and call it done. Ooh, critical fail. Actually, I think I'm going to raid into them tonight. These guys do group out of New York that does some really nice, really good story. It's called Cthulhu. So definitely show these folks some love if you're not familiar with them already. Otherwise, check them out, and we will see you on Wednesday.
Oh, see you guys Wednesday night. Adios.
Yeah, and of course I do the whole we're done thing and then click the raid button. So then one day I will figure that out. Do it right.
One day you'll hit it on time.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Everybody have a good night. We'll see you Wednesday.
All right. Yep. Adios, guys.